Ever wondered what living in Seven Hills in Henderson, Nevada is really like? Let's uncover the truth behind the zip code. Watch until the end where I reveal the benefits and challenges of living in Seven Hills. Benefit number 1, luxurious amenities. Built amongst the stunning canyons of Black Mountain, Seven Hills invites 7 major hills, which is why it's called Seven Hills, gorgeous parks, and a beautiful public golf course, Rio Seco. The Par 72 Reese Jones designed golf course offers tons of views, beautiful holes, and one of the best golf courses, in my opinion, in all of Henderson. Another amenity is there is the Butch Harmon Golf School, which many people travel all over the world to attend. The club is inside a beautiful 37,000 square foot clubhouse. Inside you'll find Janela's, which is a little diner, breakfast, lunch, dinner spot where they have a great menu. There's also a bar, and many people rent the venue for weddings and receptions and different parties throughout the year. Benefit number 2, community and safety. Seven Hills encompasses 25 different neighborhoods within the master plan. Something to note, some of these communities have punch gates, some of them have guard gates, and some of them have no gates at all. One unique thing that a lot of people love is there's mature landscaping everywhere. There's a nice sense of security because they have roaming security. There are video cameras throughout the community and the parks. And another thing to note is that Seven Hills is off one main drag. So to get into these other communities, you have to turn off into the community and make an effort to get through there. Community members really appreciate the security and the privacy of this neighborhood. Something unique about Seven Hills is it is about 30% greenery. So it's made and designed to have a lot of mature landscaping to feel like you're surrounded by nature and not feel like you're in a community where it's just desert landscape and houses. With the golf course helping with that, with all the gorgeous trees and landscaping and all the different parks, it really does feel special once you turn into the master plan community. Seven Hills offers hiking, biking, community yoga, and every time I drive through that community, I just sense a lot of community. There's always people at the different parks. There's children at the playground. There's groups of people playing basketball and families having picnics. You can just really feel the sense of community within Seven Hills. Seven Hills also has career fairs, yoga, wine events, and they really try to create and curate a neighborhood feel. How would living in a master plan community like Seven Hills impact your daily life? Let me know in the comments below. Benefit number 3, location and views. Seven Hills is located just 12 miles from the Las Vegas Strip and about 4 miles from Green Valley Ranch, which also has the District. Outdoor mall with Rachel's Kitchen, one of my favorite spots, Anthropology, Lululemon, Sephora. It's a very small outdoor mall, but somewhere I'd love to go hang out. One of my favorite spots is called The Local. My girlfriend and I often go there for happy hour. They have tons of wine selection, champagne. They do gorgeous charcuterie boards. It's such a great spot. Within Seven Hills, you also have a few parks: Allegro Park, Vivaldi Park, Sonata Park, and Puccini Park. Sonata Park is one of the larger parks and one of the most popular parks. They also have within that park unpaved trails, which I've seen many people go off, and I always wonder, maybe I should go take that trail. I love to hike, or hike in nature as I like to say, and it's something I've been wanting to do. But like I shared, Seven Hills is built among nature. You really get a natural vibe, which is something that you don't get in a lot of other neighborhoods. A lot of other neighborhoods feel very deserty. They don't have a lot of growth and trees and maturity, but within Seven Hills, you do have the golf course, which is always green, and then you have all of these parks and surroundings. If we haven't met yet, my name is Courtney Bentley, and I'm a luxury real estate agent here in Las Vegas. I offer a concierge service to take the headache out of moving to my favorite city, Las Vegas. If you're enjoying this video, be sure to like and subscribe and hit the button so that you never miss a video. Now let's move on. So let's discuss the challenges of living in Seven Hills. Challenge number 1, housing inventory and older homes. So Seven Hills was developed in the early 2000s. We're now in 2024, so most of these homes are hitting that 20 to 24-year-old range. What does that mean here in Las Vegas and Henderson? Well, here in Las Vegas and Henderson, we don't really worry so much about roofs, although you should always get a roof inspection. I know in other states like Florida or rainy, snowy places, roofs are a huge business because you have to get a new one every 5 to 10 years. Well, here our roofs do last a little bit longer because we don't have a lot of rain or huge weather changes. But we do have AC, and AC can get quite costly. Something I always tell my clients to do is when a home is over 10 years old, we always get a really deep dive in the AC units, the furnace, we check the insulation in the home, and we want to make sure that that home has enough of that, or it's something that they've budgeted and know that they're going to have to upgrade in the future once it goes out. Another thing to note is our sewer lines. Now, in these mature landscape neighborhoods, which are so beautiful, a lot of times the trees, the roots go into the sewer lines. And when a neighborhood is reaching that 20-year mark, we're starting to see a lot of sewer lines kind of separate, or the roots are going into it. And that can be quite costly. You may have to replace your entire driveway. You may have to redo your front landscaping. These are all things to consider, and why it's so important to get these deep dive inspections, especially in neighborhoods like Seven Hills where the homes are hitting that 20-year mark. Another thing to note is not all these homes have been updated through the years. Again, you're having major appliances like dishwashers, stoves, AC, the sewer line, just in general, all these things that just get old and you're gonna have to replace. There may be some cosmetic things, but I always tell my clients this: cosmetic things are really fun to fix, right? We get to go to the store, we get to get ideas off Pinterest and magazines and TV, but nobody wants to replace an air conditioning unit. That is not a fun bill to pay. So just either being aware that you may have to come out of pocket in the future on that, or checking for that when you're looking for homes. Hey, this one doesn't have the light fixtures or the paint or the tile that we like, but it has all new major appliances. So maybe we pick that house because in the next 5 years, we get to have fun with it. We get to change out the floor, paint it a cool color, whatever you decide to do. So these are just some things to note and challenges people face when looking at homes in Seven Hills. Another challenge is the location. So while the location is prime, it's so close to the Las Vegas Strip and the district, and there's a little shopping center right there with a Vons and a Bank of America there's just so many things in that little shopping center is right outside of Seven Hills. You don't need to go very far for that. So it is really nice in that case. But something to note is that the main street it's off of is Eastern, and Eastern can get really backed up. If you're wanting to get to the freeway, you're gonna have to take St. Rose or Eastern, and like I just shared, it can get really backed up during high traffic times. Another thing to note is the elementary school is at the end of Seven Hills. So if you're trying to leave the community, which is how Seven Hills works is one major street, and then you have your sub-communities. So you go down the sub-community streets and you go on the major street and you're going down towards Eastern, you have a school there. And that school has drop off and pick up. And during those times, it gets really backed up. So these are just some things to note that a lot of people don't think about when they're looking at homes on Zillow, is how the traffic flows within the neighborhood, but also how it flows to the freeways. Because to get anywhere, if you want to go to Summerlin that day, you're gonna have to take the 215 freeway, and that could be crazy depending on what time you go. Pop quiz: which of these are real benefits of living in Seven Hills? The first person to answer, I'll do a short shout out. A, family-friendly parks. B, location. C, Rio Seco Golf Course. Or D, all three. Challenge number 3, homeowners associations and construction dues. All of these communities within Seven Hills have their own HOA plus the master of Seven Hills. Something to note. So oftentimes my clients are confused because one sub-community may have one fee and another may have a different, but that's just how the master plan works within Seven Hills. Another challenge is if you're buying a dirt lot in Terracina, for instance, which is all custom homes, larger lots, gorgeous, you have construction dues, meaning if you're not doing construction right away on your lot, which is impossible, right? You have to get permits and design and architect and builders and all these research you have to do, you have to pay a fine. And I believe the fine, from what I last checked, is a monthly fine. So if you're looking to buy a custom home lot, that is definitely something to keep in mind and a question to ask. What are the construction, I think it's called a construction fine, meaning we haven't started construction yet. How much do I have to pay on top of the HOA and the property taxes to ensure I'm in good standing with the HOA? So again, something we need to think about. Another challenge is if you're someone who likes to do whatever you want to do with your home, you're not going to be able to do that within Seven Hills. It's a master plan community. So there is a rule book that has to be followed. If you want to change your front yard, you're going to have to go through the architectural committee. You want to paint the outside of your home, you're going to have to go through an architectural committee and get approval from your neighbors. So these are just some things to think about if you're not used to living within an HOA. This could be a new challenge for you. Or you may be like me. I like this type of thing. I like having rules and boundaries. I don't mind paying for it. I like knowing that my neighbors, if they do something, they're gonna get a fine. I like that, but some people don't. They prefer no HOA. So again, something to think about, or maybe you're just not sure if it's something you wanna do. It's definitely something you want to ask questions about. So overall, Seven Hills is a fantastic community. You have homes ranging from 400,000 up to 32 million. There's custom homes. There's modern Blue Heron homes within a little sub-community called Marquee. There's even some within Terracina as well. You also have the gorgeous golf course. If you're someone who's looking for a mature neighborhood with beautiful homes in a great location, then Seven Hills might be for you. I've created several videos about Seven Hills. I even did one more vlog style, so definitely check that video out. For more videos about Henderson and relocation tips, check out the videos above. If you're watching this on your TV screen, there's going to be a QR code which you can scan so that you can subscribe and never miss a video. Thank you so much for watching, and I'll see you on the next one.